guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna come at you again with another get ready with me using new products because I just had so many new products. I know a lot of people mentioned a couple videos ago that they wanted to see a haul because I had mentioned not knowing whether or not that was, kind of insensitive during these times. I did not want to do that at all. But what I decided to do is I'm not gonna haul any of the products that I used in my last video, new ones. I'm gonna show you the new ones that I'm using on my face, and then at the end, I'll show you the additional ones that I have purchased in like a very mini haul, because I think there's like maybe 6 other products or so that I'm not gonna use in these 2 looks. So if you're interested in the haul only, I will put a timestamp right here letting you know when that starts. But if you are interested to see me get ready as well using new products, then let's go ahead and get started. I do have my vanity, my undone vanity so far in the background. I'm still trying to figure it out. For the most part, y'all are very sweet about my closet being my background. There were a couple not so sweet comments, but you know what? They don't have to watch, and I get that. So we're just gonna pull the hair back and get going. My brows, primed my eyes, and put my Color Science corrector on. I'm not gonna do any kind of primer today. I'm using the Jane Iredale Dream Tint Tinted Moisturizer. I could have done an entire video on just a Jane Iredale haul, and I thought about doing one on my entire collection. So if y'all are interested in that, let me know, because this truly is one of my very favorite brands. So I had purchased the Dream Tint quite a while ago, and it was in light medium, and it was just a little too light for me. I hope that light behind me is not gonna be annoying. Let me turn it off and see if that's better. I think that's better. You're still gonna, that you're seeing right there is one of my soft boxes in the reflection. So you're still gonna see that, but hopefully the other is better. So anywho, I got medium this time, and this is the color. So this does have an SPF 15. It's not enough of an SPF to rely on. So I do have my Ulta MD on underneath. And I'm just gonna kind of put that on with my fingers at first, and then I have the contour brush to go over if I need it. But this color is much better suited to me and my skin right now. It does have a tiny bit of a sunscreen smell to it, tiny. And just with most tinted moisturizers, I just put them on with my finger. And then like I said, if I need to go over them, I didn't want to wear anything super heavy on my skin because I'm getting a facial this afternoon. And usually I go in with no makeup, but I'm just gonna be like, look, I had to film. So it's just, it's a tinted moisturizer, so it's not gonna give you a ton of coverage. I have just a little bit left on the back of my hand. So I'm gonna take on a brush and see if I can build it up over my redness. But again, I don't care if a little bit of my redness shows, because I don't know, I feel like the older I get, the less I care about coverage. Even under my eyes, I seem to care less about it the older I get. But I do like that finish. It's not super dewy like a lot of people would think tinted moisturizers are. It's just a pretty finish. Easy to put on. I did not have to go back in with the brush if I didn't want to. Like, that was not a necessity. I could have easily left it where it was with my fingers. Again, I don't have a new concealer. I did purchase the Revlon Candid Concealer because a friend of mine, Karen, posted, and I know personally that she has been on the hunt for a concealer for years, and she said she has finally found her holy grail, and so of course I promptly ordered it, but it has not come in yet. So I'm just going to use my Kevyn Aucoin Supernatural Concealer, and this is in the color Medium EC03. And I'm just gonna try to cover up some of this darkness. Some of it is a lost cause, but again, that's okay. And I didn't want anything super bright because I knew, well, because y'all know I'm not a huge fan of super bright under eye concealers, but I also knew that, my base was gonna be pretty light in coverage. So I didn't want to, get like a super full coverage concealer and make it look weird. So I'm gonna take whatever's left on the sponge down my nose, because I do tend to get a little red on my nose and my chin, but I didn't want to put any extra product on it. I am going to use a cream blush today. This is from Fit Glow Beauty. I love their Lumifirm products, and this is a brand new color that I got in a blush trio, and this is the color Joy. And I think when I talked about these, like my original Lumifirms, someone said that I needed to get this color, so I was very excited that it came in the trio. And it's like it's a shimmery, peachy, gorgeous color. So I took it in my hand. I'm going to take my Royal and Langnickel 185, apply it to the brush, and then just kind of stipple it onto the cheeks. Oh, yes. This is my kind of blush color. Can y'all see that? It's subtle, which is good for this look and the summer in general, I feel like. But it does have that little, oh, y'all. If you were the person that told me I needed this, I am sorry I didn't get it sooner. Because you know me, and that is my type of blush color. Yes, 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 I love it. Oh, I'm so excited. All right, let's let those cream products sink in and go to the eyes. This eye palette I got from Essence, and it's a new one. If y'all have watched me for any amount of time, you know I love these $10 9-pan Essence eyeshadow palettes. They are extremely good quality for the price. This one is called Hallo, Hallo Berlin. So my favorite one probably that I have is the Hey LA. And this color right here is, I believe, the same exact color as my favorite color in the Hey LA palette, which I was so excited about because now I have a backup. But this is just a really good palette. Like, even if I took those 4 shades out, this right here is like my dream palette. I mean, that's just my color aesthetic. And then these are great for liners or, you know, anything else you want to use. Let me actually swatch the colors for you. Okay, so these are the 5 that I showed you were like my color aesthetic. So there's 2 mattes here and 3 shimmers. And then this one right here is the one that is a lot like the Hey LA. I can't say that. So those are those 5. I mean, these are just, for $10, those are the 4 mattes in the end. Extremely good quality. So I'm not going to do anything crazy. I'm going to go in with this color right here. Again, I don't want to go super heavy on the eyes. And then have a light base. It's just a little off balance for me. This is the Refer 15. And I'm just going to apply that in the crease. Can you hear Zeus? I don't know if you'll be able to or not. He shuffles. He like doesn't pick up his feet when he walks. In this floor, you can hear every step. So hopefully you can see how easy that blends. We don't have a finch yet. We're putting one up, and so we're having to take Zeus out like on a leash every time he needs to go out. And you know, he's a big dog. For those of y'all that don't know, he's an English Mastiff. He definitely outweighs me. He almost outweighs Chad. And he has not ever been the biggest fan of the leash, but he has gotten so good at being on the leash. I guess he just needed to get used to it, but it's crazy how good he is now. So just blend that out. Now I'm gonna take this really pretty rose gold shade right here. These don't have names. I mean, that's a small price to pay for a $10 palette. And I'm gonna take it first on a brush and apply that all over the lid. And you really don't need to go back in with your finger because that's some pretty good pigment, but I just like it to really pop. So I'm gonna go and just put another little layer on with my finger like that. And then I'm gonna take a really skinny brush. This is, I believe Derm Store sent this to me years ago. Really skinny, like a pencil brush. And I'm gonna go into this cool tone brown color. It almost has a slight plum tint to it, like a really slight. And run this along my lash line for a very subtle liner. Because y'all know I'm not big on the like pencil liners or liquid liners. They're just a little too harsh on my eyes personally. So when I do it, I like to use a shadow, and I like it to be really, really soft and subtle. Just to have a little bit of line, little bit of a line of something. Still early. So I went ahead and set my under eyes, and now I'm gonna go in with the face setting powder. So this is the new Gucci Beauty powder. This actually came from Selfridges. I'm not quite sure where else you can get it, but I will try to find it and link it. And this compact, I know y'all have probably seen it, but oh, I've seen it just gorgeous. So this is just called Powder Poudre de Beauté Beauty Powder. I'm in the color number 5, Matte Natural. I don't know if that's the color or if that's just the description of the powder, but this is it right here. Oh, it's so pretty. It does have a puff with it, but I like to use it with a brush. I have used the puff to touch up, and it works great. I'm using the BK Beauty 104 brush, and I'm just gonna tap into it and lightly set my face. And you'll see that even though this does have a color, you're still gonna be able to see that blush through the powder, which is good. And honestly, this looks like no powder I have. Oh, there's Chad Zeus. Y'all, I wish you could see Chad. He'd kill me. It's just not powdery at all. It gives the prettiest finish. My hair is falling out. It's just not powdery at all. It gives the prettiest finish on the skin. It makes it look like you don't have powder on. On me, it doesn't get like more luminous throughout the day. It's just a really pretty powder. Now, it's also very expensive powder. I mean, for powder. For Gucci, it's actually not as much as I thought it was gonna be. But I also got it at Selfridges, which tends to be a little bit lower than what it will probably be whenever it drops in the States. So, even so, I love the powder. Now let's get on to another thing I absolutely love. So y'all saw that I got the Alima Pure Pressed Foundation, and I also got the Alima Pure Bronzer in Mauna Loa. I have no idea if I'm saying that right. Maunaloa. A couple of people told me on my original Alima Pure loose foundation video that I needed to try this, and y'all were so right. I love y'all when you give me recommendations like this. Well, I love y'all all the time, but you know what I mean. I love it when y'all give me recommendations. It is a loose bronzer. I will swatch a little bit of it first so you can get an idea of the color. And the thing is, it's not even swatching that dark on my hand, but it shows up. So let's just take my wrapper number 4, load up some of the bronzer, and start bronzing. I don't know what it is about Alima Pure, but everything I have tried from them is so good. I got an eyeshadow also that I will swatch in my haul version or haul part of this. It's a very, to me, it's a very subtle bronzer. Like, it's one that it would be hard for me to go super over the top with. Well, never say never, Mandy. It still looks natural though, even though I just basically bronzed my entire forehead. We will buff that out. Leave it to me to say something and then do the exact opposite in the same breath. I mean, I like a bronzer. What can I say? Especially in the summer. And I'm the first one to say that I go overboard, and I do. So let's not even wait for the buffing powder. Let's just go ahead and try to buff this out with this brush. I'm fine with that, honestly. That's how much I love bronzer. But I hope that you can see how absolutely beautiful that is on the skin. Like, it just blends perfectly, lays perfectly, looks so good. I don't find it any more work. Might be a tad messy for a bronzer because it is loose, but I don't feel like it's any more work than a pressed bronzer. I do have a new highlight. Let's go ahead and show you that. I'm not going to use it on my face though, because I'm kind of scared to. This is the Sungasm Face and Body Highlighter from Catrice. First of all, can you see how huge this is? I did not expect for it to be this big. But this is the product itself. So you can see it's got the name etched into it. When I first watched this, now obviously this is a very heavy swatch. I just can't imagine putting this on my face. It's almost thick and pasty like, and it's super, I mean, it's super highlighted, but super, I think it's got, it doesn't have glitter in it, but I feel like it looks like it does. So again, I have not put it on my face yet. I have put it on my collarbones, which let's put my actual highlighter on, and then I'll use the same blush to do that. This is the Clinique Powder Pop Flower Highlighter. Absolutely adore this highlighter. I'm wanting bronzy and glowy today, can we tell? Okay, so let's take this Sungasm. It just kind of, I don't even know if you're gonna be able to tell, it kind of picks up chunky on the brush too. I mean, it's just intense. It's pretty on the, I can put a little bit right here. I mean, it's pretty on the body. I will give it that. So I'm not gonna return this. I just think that I'm only gonna use it on the body. Now I know I have this pretty blush on, but I have to show you this blush because I've been so heavily in love with it too. And it's from Essence, and it's their new Gradient Powder Blush. This is the color Nude Twilight, and it is so pretty. So it has this a little bit more matte color, and then it kind of ombres into a more shimmery color. So I just use the entire pan. Like, I don't stick to one side. And you're probably not gonna be able to see because I put that gorgeous blush underneath. I'm just trying to shine as much as I can today. Can you tell? But I'm telling y'all, let me swatch it. It is just the prettiest natural looking blush flush to your face for the summer. I'm not going to use any product to buff because I feel like I don't need anything that's going to make me more bronzy. So I'm just going to buff and try to blend everything together. I know this can be a lot of bronze for people. This is not a lot of bronze for me. This is like my kind of look. I'm gonna go back into the color that we used in the crease on my Wayne Goss number 20 brush and put that under the eyes. Smoke it out. And then I'm gonna take this color down here, which I hope I pointed to the right one. That's the one that's in the Hey LA palette. And I'm going to use that as an inner corner and brow bone highlight. I love this color all over the lid too. In that Hey LA palette, they have like a pinky matte color, and that's what I like to use in the crease with this on the lid. Okay, I'm gonna do my lashes and then we'll be back for lips. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our lips. I have another Fit Glow Beauty color, and I actually have a third that I'll swatch during the haul portion of this video. And this is in the color Buck. So this is their cream lipsticks. I used Beach the last time, and this is Buck. Yes. That is my kind of lipstick. These are so moisturizing, y'all. These are worth every penny. I love them. But because I'm a gloss girl, I also got a new topper gloss thing. This is from Kosas in the Wet Oil, and this is in the color Malibu, which is a really pretty, cool pink shade. It's gonna darken this lip up a little bit. Not too much, but isn't that pretty? Very, very pretty by itself too. I don't remember who I saw use this, and I was like, I probably would have never picked that color. But oh, it's so pretty. So this is the final look. Now, I will list everything that I used in the makeup I am wearing section below. If you're not interested in the haul part, you can click off now. If you are, I'm gonna show you the other few things that I have purchased. And I do have a couple other things on the way, but not much by any means. So let's go ahead and get into that part. Okay, so I did get a few more Jane Iredale things. Surprise, surprise. The first is the Great Shape Contour Kit in Warm. So it has 3 matte shades, a contour shade or a bronzer shade, a blush, and then a matte highlight. I have not used this yet other than the matte highlight I have been using to set my concealer primer on my eyes, but I will definitely keep y'all up to date on that. I also got the Powder Me SPF powder from Jane Iredale. This is an SPF 30 powder, water resistant for 40 minutes. I got the color Nude. So it does have a puff sponge that you can like apply the SPF to your body, which I've seen some Jane Iredale reps do. I have seen them use it for their shoulders and their neck and their chest. I wanted to get it for my face, kind of as like a touch-up powder, but I also have seen people use it as a setting powder. So I don't like to use the sponge to set. What I have done the couple times that I've used it is just unscrew it, and I will use whatever powder is on the cap with a brush. Now if I go in to touch up with it, then I will use the sponge. But that is the Powder Me SPF. I actually love that too. Not much from Jane Iredale that I don't love. I also got one of their brow pencils, and this is in the color Ash Blonde. And I have it in my brows today. I've used it the past couple days, that's it right there. And I have really enjoyed that as well. I like the consistency, I like how easy it glides on, but it's not so waxy that it's hard to like manipulate. I like it. And then oh no, not the last thing. 2 more things from Jane Iredale. I got the So Bronze 3 powder. So I have the So Bronze 2 and love it, but I wanted to try this. So it has the bronzer in more like 2/3, and then this is like a pinky blush color that you could mix in with the bronzer or use separate. So this is the bronzer, and then that's the blush. And I have used the bronzer. I haven't used the blush yet, but I really like it swatching it, so I may have to use that tomorrow. But I do love it, just as much as I love the So Bronze 2. And then finally, I got the Golden Shimmer Face and Body Lotion. So I have not used this yet, but one of the main reasons I got it was because I have the Tantasia bronzer, like liquid tanner, and I have seen some people say they mix the two as like a primer for their face. So I got interested. But it's kind of different because it's a pink shade when you squeeze it out, see? But then when you rub it in, it's almost like a gel consistency. It's a little bit cooling. Rub it in, it's got a really pretty sheen, so you can see the difference. It's just so pretty. I need to try it on my body too. If I didn't have all this other highlighter on, I would show that to you, but hopefully you get the gist, and I will use it more in upcoming videos. So the other Fit Glow Beauty color that I got is Buff. So I've showed you Beach and Buck. This is in Buff, and this is the darkest of the ones that I got. It doesn't look as scary once it's swatched. So that's Buff. Really pretty, darker nude option. There are 2 colors from the Fit Glow trio were are Kindly. This really pretty color, and if I'm not mistaken, this is a brand new color to the line. This is more of like a corally peach matte color. It doesn't have the shimmer that Joy has in it. And then Pop, which is, this looks like the strawberry wine color that I have in the Fenty cream blush. So I love these Lumifirms. I now have 6 of them, and I love every one. Okay, a couple more things from the drugstore. This I have not tried yet, but this is the Essence High Beauty Fixing Compact Powder. Let's see, let's put a little bit in my T-zone. So this is it right here, and it's basically an ultra fine, soft, translucent compact powder that remains invisible in the skin and results in an instant matte finish. So let's see, I don't want to mattify too much. I like this glow we got going on, but did that work? Took the shine down a little bit. So I'll have to keep y'all updated on this, but it was like, it's Essence, so it was like, and I think they had a sale, so I think it was like $3.50. And then the last thing I got was the My Skin Perfector Tinted Primer. Instant Blur Effect Natural Matte Finish. And I got the color 20 Nude Beige. So I talked about the Glow Skin Beauty Tinted Primer that I love so much. And the description of this sounded a lot like it. It just doesn't have the SPF that the Glow Skin has. So this is the color 20 Nude Beige. And it is, I mean, it feels like a primer. The only thing when I rub it out, because I haven't used this yet, is that it stays kind of streaky. Like every time I move my hand, it just kind of streaks around. But we shall see. We shall see. Doesn't leave a huge tint. And maybe that's my fault for putting too much product on my hand. But that was the last Essence product that I got. Out of all of them, that blush that I showed y'all, the best. Few more products. The last thing I got from Alima Pure was one of their little tiny Pearl Luster shadows. It comes in this container, and this is in the color Taupe. What I love about these is that it comes with a little flip top protector on the sifter. Let me swatch this color for you. I used this the other day on top of my Tom Ford cream shadow in, oh, it's like that taupey color. I can't remember the name. And it was so pretty. Hopefully you'll be able to see. It's very subtle, but it's got that gorgeous pearl sheen, hence the Pearl Luster name. And it's just really pretty on the eyes. In fact, if you are a very natural eyeshadow person, you could just dust this as a wash of color all over your eyes and be good to go. So I do love that color. One more thing that I purchased from Freeze Co. Beauty, and it's from Glow Skin Beauty, and it is the pressed base. So I went back and forth with Christine. We were trying to figure out what color would work best for me. And she thought that this one looked as most similar to the Natural Medium in the Osmosis pressed base, which I also have. And this is in the color Natural Dark. So let me swatch it for you. I have not tried this yet because I've been using the Alima Pure, but it's not very dark. I mean, I don't even know if you're gonna be able to see it on my skin. So good job, Christine. I would not have been probably that happy with Natural Medium or any other color. So I'm excited to try that out. You'll know Glow Skin Beauty is another one of my favorite brands, and they really can't do wrong. So hopefully I will enjoy that, since I seem to be getting into this powder foundation kick. So that completes the haul. I think I only have a couple more things headed my way. I'll talk about those in future videos. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Be sure and like and subscribe before you leave so you don't miss out on any future videos. How many times can I say video? I hope you're all staying safe and healthy and sane, and most of all, that you go out and have a very blessed day.